Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the DCEU is awesome. You know your boy about to fanboy out, so here we go. We're mostly focusing on Wonder Woman here, but yes, the most recent hot toy that come out with hot toys, and if you didn't realize these are hot toys, they are hot toys. Look in the corner there, I know they kind of look very realistic, don't they? And the most recent Wonder Woman has come out. It still isn't quite the likeness of Gal, but in the right lighting, looks like Gal Gadot. So that's pretty cool. But here you see them, all three of them here, the recent version of Wonder Woman there. This does look somewhat like Ben Affleck in the background. This somewhat looks like Henry Cavill. I just don't like the frown so much on his face all the time. But it's all good. So here it comes Wonder Woman sliding through. You remember she did this in her own movie, Wonder Woman. The only thing is she got the sword and shield from BvS. But nonetheless, look at that. Look at that. It's pretty dope, isn't it? Man, I'm about to fanboy out, so excuse moi. Hey, there you are, Wonder Woman in the movie when she was facing against Doomsday. Look at the shield and everything. You know, if you spend too much time on this, you'll notice that it is not looking like Gal. So I don't try to just keep it moving here. Keep it moving, baby. That's what we're going to do. And yes, this is not real. This is actually an action figure from Hot Toys. And these things cost £1.25. Look at the detailing on that armor, man. You know, the gauntlet lit up. It's really awesome. But to show you just how cool this is her. Remember when she was in the No Man's Land scene? Here they are trying to reenact that somewhat. Does look like Gal from the side, man. Does look like Gal from the side. I'll give it that. They did a pretty good job. The problem with it was they just didn't fully get the lips. You know, there was a little beak on the lip that Gal got. She got a little beak thing going, and they see in this lighting here, you can't really see the full contour of her face as well. Those cheekbones, man. Gal got prominent cheekbones, and she's got that little beak. So you gotta get those things. Look at there, here, giving the power symbol here, the cross arm symbol. Really awesome. Yes, man. We all into Wonder Woman, man. It's her time. Look at that. This is really a nice little close-up of her. All the detailing, the hair, the face, the shield. Really awesome. This was done by Jingle Bell Photography. Alright. She is again fighting. This will be against Doomsday. She's going about to pull the sword. Got the sheet out there. Shield. Look at this. This is really cool. You get to look side by side at the hot toy and also at the actual live action of Gal Gadot. And the thing about it is, as I said before, Gal got a little beak right here. That's what they didn't quite get. You know, when they're shading, they didn't get the beak-like formation in the contour. If they could just get that, they'd kill Gal right there. Because the cheekbone is not that bad. You can see, once you do a little shading on the cheeks, you get Gal's cheek. It's her little beak here. She got a little beak. That's all. That's all. And you nail that figure. It is what it is. But yeah, the likeness of Gal Gadot here is pretty close, man. It's pretty close. Really dope. Other features, just that facial feature, that one distinguishing feature of Gal, they didn't quite get. Again, the side, look at this. This looks like Gal from the side. It really does. That's pretty excellent there. Front on, not quite, because again, just a little beak. Just a little beak, you know, makes a big difference. But everything else is cool. Look at that, man. In this lighting, it looks more like Gal. This looks very much like Gal because of the lighting. That's Gal from the side right there, for sure. So it depends on what lighting you hit her on. You know, it looks like Gal Gadot. Really awesome. Look at this, man. And man, the sculpt is so nice. You can see the wear and tear on her armor. You know, armor-plated suit. Really awesome. That's beautiful. I don't know how they got this effect. Probably they added special effects to get that, but it looks pretty dope. Again, the likeness of Gal, very close to the likeness of Gal. The shading, the lighting kind of makes it possible. That looks like Gal right there. It's beautiful. Again, the shading and the lighting make it possible. Again, this looks like Gal from afar. When you zoom in a little closer, doesn't look as much as like Gal, but really awesome. Look at that. That is beautiful. That is simply beautiful. And so here the Trinity again. You see Batman on the side, Superman on the other flank, and Gal in the center, Wonder Woman. Not quite Gal. And I told you, just to pronounce that beak a little bit more would have done it. Oh, this is beautiful, isn't it? There's the Trinity right there. I love the background too. How they got the explosions and everything going there. Zoom in a little bit more. And the likeness of Ben Affleck and Gal Gadot and Henry Cavill, it's really good. It's pretty good, you know. All right, well, I can't not finish this video without some more Batman. So these are the three most prominent, foremost Batman. The one that earned the most money is this Batman, which is in the Dark Knight Rises. This is Dark Knight Rises Batman, I think, or the Dark Knight Batman. I'm not too sure which one. You know, this is, of course, Mech Batman from Batman v Superman, also the Mech Batman that you would see in the Dark Knight Returns. This is the Dark Knight Rises Dark Knight, I think. And this obviously is, this could be, yes, this is the this is Batman Returns. Batman Returns, Batman. Okay, the 1992 Batman. It really does resemble Michael Keaton's song. This is, of course, Batman v Superman, who was actually the Batman, the Mech Batman in the Dark Knight Returns. And we got the Dark Knight Rises Batman, Christian Bale's Batman. It's so weird how, you know, almost each of these films has at least one word that's similar. Alright? So we got here the Dark Knight Rises, we got the Dark Knight Returns Batman, and then we got Batman Returns Batman. You know, that's really cool. I didn't plan that out. That just kind of happened that way. And of course, oh, the notoriously awesome looking Ben Affleck Batman, Zack Snyder Batman is just notoriously awesome. And this one's from Suicide Squad. I love this Batman the most. I love the detail on this Batman. It's just so big and powerful and bruiser looking. Look at the knuckles on there. You know, his body's sculpted like a beast. You know, and you know there's body armor underneath that thing, but it's not showing, it's not visible, you know. The cowl has it has serious plates and armor on it, but you know, it's just you wouldn't know that just like that, you know. It looks like it's just a suit. I think that's the coolest part about Batman. What you don't know, all the tech that he has that you mustn't see. That's the thing about this Batman. This Batman exposes all his tech. He shows all his, you know, his armor and everything. I found that kind of not really what Batman's about. I mean, this Mech Batman has the same thing, but again, all the tech is kind of pretty much hidden under him. Like, he has tech all for his voice, he has tech inside his cowl, he's got tech underneath this tech here, and all this armor plates. He got armor underneath that armor plate. You know what I'm saying? He's layered up. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like about him. Michael Keaton Batman, the same thing. He kind of had the outer armor here, and I was really hoping, you know, at least, you know, you had the cowl, but he had armored up. This was more armored up stuff, you know. And it's cool, but it's just that, you know, when you think of Batman from the comics, he looks more organic looking, even though he's armored up, you know. And that's the cool thing about it. Anyway, I just thought I would share this video with you guys on the Justice League, upcoming Justice League movie, and the Wonder Woman movie that's coming out. That's why I focus mostly on Wonder Woman here. But I just wanted to show you what Hot Toys is doing, man. Oh my gosh, Hot Toys is doing a great job when it comes to these figures. Still not quite like Wonder Woman, but you know, some people can touch up the sculpt to get it more to look like Gal. So you can, you know, do some extra touching up. But this looks like Ben Affleck, man. Look at that. Oh my gosh. And Henry Cavill, look at that. That is some serious sculpting. The only thing is I don't like that he's frowning. I don't like that he's frowning too much, you know. They should have had at least 2 head sculpts, so you could have him smiling and then the serious face head sculpt. I think that would have been cooler. Just as you have multiple head sculpts for Batman, you know, and you should have multiple head sculpts for Wonder Woman too. But I know they don't have that. Batman is the money maker, so you know, we got all this stuff for Batman. You know what I'm saying? But Hot Toys needed to be able to, you know, change clothing with Wonder Woman. She had so many different outfits just in Batman v Superman. So you should be able to do that, you know. The same thing Hot Toys should be able to do with Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill, you should have the reporter Henry Cavill, the Clark Kent Henry Cavill. You should have the Superman Henry Cavill, and you should have multiple facial expressions for for these things. So that's my suggestion to Hot Toys. Somebody speak to Hot Toys about it, so that you got at least multiple head sculpts, at least 2 head sculpts. You got multiple head sculpts, or you have multiple replacement stuff for Batman. Well, do it for the other superheroes, man. I'm just saying. And Wonder Woman, she's gonna demand her share of head sculpts soon, because she's pulling in money at the box office. So y'all better recognize. On that note, you guys have a great one.